What is blocking Sagittarius? That is what today's reading is about. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I hope you're all well. For those of you that are new to Soul Embers, my name is Andrea. I am an intuitive tarot reader coach. I practice alternative medicine and I'm a counsellor. And I would like to give a massive shout out to my existing subscribers. Guys, I took a year off because I had so many competing priorities and I only just returned recently, and getting back out there into the algorithm is proving to be harder than ever. And so those of you that have chosen to stick by me, I really do appreciate it. Your likes, the subscribes, turning the notifications on, leaving comments, all of that helps the channel. So thank you. Sagittarius, I have found that many of us, not all of us, but many of us already know which traumatic experiences have led to these blocks that we have, and many of us also know what practices or what steps we can put in place that will help us work through, heal, release, and let go of whatever experiences caused these blocks, whether it be through conversations with our therapists or from educating ourselves from the abundance of information that's online, right? What I have found from experience with my clients though isn't that they lack understanding or that they're not aware. It's that they find themselves slipping back into unwanted patterns of behavior that they no longer want to identify with. Some of us even know that we're doing it as we're doing it, right? Others just default to it, and it's not until they reflect that they can see the pattern continuing. And the more we lapse, the more disappointed we feel, the further away it feels, the further away the energy of the person that we do want to identify with, the character that we do want to identify with becomes, and our confidence and self-worth gets hugely impacted, right? And while I think that it's really important that we do go back there and kind of put those steps in place that will help us work through those traumas, I think that can be quite overwhelming. Not only that, if we continually are taking ourselves back to experiences that we much rather would not, it just adds another step to the block, to the process. It is overwhelming, we become part of that. In our current existence, it becomes our reality. We continually live it and relive it, and we keep attracting the same type of thing. So yes, it is important, but I also think that it can be helpful to focus on the here and now, to focus on making small decisions or choices that little bit differently that will help us step into the energy of the person we do want to identify with. They don't have to be massive changes. Small things add up to big changes, right? It's important to mix things up as we go. It also brings us to the present of what's actually happening in reality, and it gives us the perspective of that reality rather than making us see what is in our what's happening around us through the lens of our past. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to focus on what you're experiencing right now that is kind of triggering you maybe, and has you or keeping you stuck, and how you can approach it a little bit differently today that helps you embrace the energy of the person you do want to identify with. Okay, Sagittarius, what is going on? What is going on with Sagittarius? I feel Sagittarius gaining momentum of late has been challenging. I feel that you lose interest really quickly. You can be engaged in a conversation with someone and then all of a sudden you have switched off. Your attention doesn't seem to be, you don't seem to feel moved by much at the moment, right? Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. I get it. I get it. It does reflect the energy that I'm feeling. The reason, Sagittarius, you may be feeling that, I feel that you're restrained. Restrained is a better word. And I feel that playing it small is because you don't have the energy to apply the resilience that's needed to level up. You know you want to level up, but your experiences and the amount of constant inner conflict that you have felt from taking certain risks and facing rejection again and again and again have really, you're exhausted, Sagittarius. You're exhausted with life. You're exhausted with the dynamics within certain relationships. You are tired of engaging in conversations that, put others at ease or that help others understand you. There is this element surrounding you right now, Sagittarius, where you constantly need to explain yourself, explain what is driving you to make certain decisions with those in your immediate circle. This could be family, could be community, and it could also be in intimate relationships. And you know what? It definitely can apply to all of those things. Either way, you're constantly being questioned, and you constantly find yourself kind of explaining yourself. A lot of energy is being put into the decisions that you're making and what are going to be the repercussions of those decisions, and how you're going to have to explain yourself, and how you're going to have to, work through the constant barrage of questioning that you get. Right? So I'm starting to raise my voice because I'm becoming frustrated. I'm feeling your frustration. And here's the thing that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. Your community, your people, whatever it is, it's all important to you, but they don't really scratch the... There's nothing there at this moment. There's not much that you can gain from them that will pique your creativity, that will inspire you to pursue certain endeavors, right? There's nothing really there inspiring you and pushing you to further have those really deep conversations that help you unpack what you're passionate about and how you want to pursue it. There is this element that you are living a different life to everyone else, and what they're prioritizing isn't something that you're aligning with. And you're feeling conflicted. You're feeling conflicted that, you know what, do I just need to play it safe and take the safest route, just like all my friends have, let's say, or just as my family encourages me to do? Or do I embrace my full power? Maybe this is not my story. This is not how I see my future. And there's this constant conflict of what you've been conditioned to believe you should be doing. And you can see in your friendships, let's say, that there is a lot of connection, that there is a lot of, let's say, safety, there's security, there is this element of progressing through the different life stages. But for you, progressing through different life stages can look completely different. You might feel like a black sheep. Sagittarius, not all of us are made from the same mold. I am one of those people. I was conditioned to believe that I needed to do certain things by a certain time, and I needed to do them, that it was sequenced, right? I did none of that, and I forever felt that there was something wrong with me, for the majority of my life. It wasn't until I just accepted that I was just cut differently to the mold that I had been trying to be forced into and it just wouldn't fit. And it just got to the point where I had to make a few decisions and approach those that are important to me with decisiveness and without having to explain myself. I just do and I do as I need to, and I only share what needs to be shared, right? Not everybody needs to know what my business is or what what I'm planning on doing. So it's the same type of energy that I'm getting for you. So what I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is that your creativity and what you are here to achieve has been stifled, and you are constantly conflicted with what you should be doing and what you want to be doing. And the message the universe is sending you right now, the energy that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is if you have had enough of being questioned, if you've had enough of, being told, of being judged, of being criticized by those that are hugely important to you, and how they view you is of great importance to you, let's say, it's okay to keep things to yourself. It's okay to make a few decisions that, when questioned, you don't need to go into full detail. Perhaps what happens is you get triggered and it causes you to feel that you need to defend yourself. An approach that you could try is understanding that they see the world through a certain lens. You don't see the world through the same lens as they do. And it doesn't matter how much you try and force them to see the world through your lens, they will not see it that way. Just as you are being triggered by them doing that, it's almost like you're mirroring that behavior, right? So by becoming defensive and engaging in defending your decisions, you are essentially forcing them to understand you and see life through your lens. And this is the result of constantly trying to force you into this mold, let's say. And this is what you're doing to them. Ask yourself, how would I want to be approached by this person or these people? It could have to do with a relationship, right? Or it could have to do with parents. Apply it as you need to. But how would I like to be approached when I go to my family or to my partner or to this person and I express what my plan is or why I'm doing what I'm doing? How would I like them to respond? And ask yourself, are you responding to them when they trigger you in the same way? Or are you just mirroring the same behavior? This little switch is really going to help you choose your words wisely. It's going to help you, rather than slip into those patterns that keep you playing it small and keep you from really embracing your full power, surrendering to your full power. This is going to be the difference, because you will be measured in your responses in a way, and you will be embracing the energy, of the person you want to identify with based on how you want to be treated. All right, guys, I'm going to pull out one more card to wrap this up. If you found that helpful, guys, let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. I love reading your comments. They help me connect with your energy, which I use for future readings. And I do take personal readings, so if you vibe with my reading style, my contact details are in the description box. I would love to connect with you. yeah, this is a new journey. This is a new way of being. You will literally, the minute you take this approach, the message that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius, is that it's a game changer. It's a freaking game changer, because what that will do is it will automatically redirect you. It will automatically redirect you. You are essentially, rather than adding to this block, engaging in those conversations, it will open the doors to more opportunities for you to engage in conversations with those that are willing to be curious when you approach them. Instead of becoming defensive, when you approach them in the way that you would like to be approached, you will be surprised at where that conversation goes. And you will be surprised at how much you can take from that conversation. I see a lot of aha moments through these conversations. I see a lot of understanding. I see a lot of recognizing how similar you are with those around you, rather than how different you are from those. I also see you really accepting who you are as you are, and honoring the differences that you share, knowing that it's those differences that add those different spices is what makes your meal so freaking delicious, right? So that's the message that I'm getting for you, Sagittarius. I hope you found that helpful. Have a great week, and I will see you for your next lot of readings.